Now, Chris, you spent last week at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas.
Actually, G4 did not send me this year. I was covering it from Los Angeles and hosting Attack of the Show, but I have the lowdown on everything.
Oh, okay.
It's so much better off. Like, if you ever get a chance to go to CES, it's fascinating, but there are 150,000 people there at one time. It's super crowded. You'll end up getting sick. We call it the nerd flu. You come home with the nerd flu.
Wow.
And so it was much better to observe CES from afar.
So you got to see all the gadgets that were on display without having to get the nerd flu.
And you sift through a lot of crap when you're going there too. Like,
right.
So it's better to be able to pull the choicest nuggets.
And you've been there before. Just a guesstimate. Yeah. How many of the nerds actually attend the AVN convention?
Is that the porno convention?
Yes.
It's a hilarious crossover because what you see is you see a lot of nerds who look uncomfortable around women, and then just these huge boobed, fake tanned chicks with these old dudes who look like old gym equipment, just hyper tanned and leathery, and it's just a big horror rodeo.
The horror rodeo.
Yeah. Vegas just smells like poop and sadness. Like it's just a bummer.
Wow.
And it's not, like you think, oh, hey, a porn convention is going to be hot, and it's not. You just kind of feel like, oh,
what did I do?
Yeah. I had dreams.
Shattered.
Now, if the porn rodeo smells like poop and sadness, what's the aroma that emanates from the Consumer Electronics Show?
Just sadness.
Joy, anticipation,
sadness.
Well, I'm sure it's for nerds. It's all about the new things coming out. That's got to make them as excited as can be.
I've looked at a lot of coverage, done a little bit of reading, and the two things that jumped out were one, 3D TV, which doesn't look all that interesting, and the other one, of course, is Macintosh/Apple, and is it going to be called the iSlate?
That's what everyone thinks. I mean, Apple does not show at CES because they're snooty and they have their own separate. They have their own
convention
event, and that'll be in January 27th. But I kind of feel like the big thing at CES this year was 3D, and I feel like it was a little smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Like they would say 3D, and then people would be like, "Oh, that sounds futury." But the thing about 3D TV is that you still need goggles to watch it. To watch it. So what happens if you have 5 people over and you only have 4 of the headsets? Then everyone can't watch it.
That's when you know who your friends are. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And Chris, you have 5 friends?
No, I didn't think me.
He only needs one pair of glasses.
It would be me and just 3 leftover headsets. I'd stick them on my dog.
Yeah.
So do you think Apple is going to come out with the tablet or whatever? Isn't it just a gigantic sort of iPhone without the phone?
That's what people are speculating. I mean, it's going as far now as that reporters are saying, I have definitely spoken to someone who works at Apple, and this is confirmed. But I mean, the thing about Apple is, you never know until Steve Jobs is on the stage, yammering away about stuff, what they're going to do. And it's so fascinating that the mythology behind Apple, that people make up stuff. I think Apple probably releases a lot of fake reports. You never know exactly what's going to happen, but they probably will release a tablet. That seems pretty certain at this point. Probably be around $1,000. Yeah, it'll be in the 9 or 10-inch area.
Right.
And possibly run some sort of a hybrid operating system between the iPhone and the laptop. The other thing that they might release is the new firmware for the iPhone. They might release iPhone 4.0. So, it could be really interesting this year.
Now,
but,
how far away do you think we are from having some handheld device like an iPhone that you can Skype on and just hold it up and
it'll be all you need?
Everyone thought the last iPhone was going to have a front-mounted camera on it, so that you would be able to do that. I mean, we're super close. It's not so much the hardware technology that's holding us back. I think it's the data rates, like it's being able to connect at a speed all the time, and a bandwidth that could handle all that information. I mean, you're talking about live streaming video that takes up a lot of takes up a lot of the 3G network, and
then you're talking
AT&T
300.
still trying to conquer the making the phone calls part of that network.
And you're talking 300 million people all trying to look at each other at the same time. Then we explode.
Exactly.
And
Although,
game over.
But we've come a long way. I mean, 5 years ago, we would have accepted an etch-a-sketch of someone. And look at this.
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
I've got an outline of Chris
Look,
Hardwick.
it's a silhouette of Tom. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, like, when you really think about, like, 10 or 15 years ago, that none of this was remotely, and now
we never thought possible
with your phone. I mean, like, when the iPhone came out, it raised the bar so high that now basic phones are amazing. Like crappy, Palm. One of the things that came out that they announced at CES this year was that last year Palm came out with a phone called the Palm Pixie, and it was basically a $25 smartphone that was almost as powerful as the iPhone, like a really great phone. And then they came out with the follow-up this year, the Palm Pixie Plus, which is a phone I think is really great, and it's going to be on the Verizon network. And I don't know what the price point is yet, but it's not going to be too expensive.
Right.
And it's just like basic crappy phones now.
Do everything.
Do everything.
It's amazing. We're speaking with comedian Chris Hardwick. Chris, I since we can see you right now, I got to say, there's a little bit of a facial hair thing going on there.
Yeah, that's right. A little scruffy. It's kind of dangerous.
What are you doing there? Are you growing that out? Is that what is that, like 3-4 weeks? What is it?
Yeah, I'm a white guy, so nature has mostly said you shouldn't have facial hair, and I'm growing it in defiance of my genetics.
Is that what it is?
Like,
okay.
I can't, like my hair, I can't grow a beard right because I don't have thick hair. So what'll happen is it'll just go straight out.
So
it
that's
just
always a
like,
good look.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like my face is like one of those Play-Doh fun factories. It just cranks out these streams.
Yeah, or a sea urchin, one or the other.
Not attractive.
Does your girlfriend dig the facial hair?
She's out of town right now, so what's she going to do about it?
She's going to move. She's coming back when it comes out complete.
I ain't scared of her. She's out of town.
There you go.
She's not coming back from
a man.
She's not coming back from that porn rodeo thing. Is she?
No.
He doesn't smell like poop and sadness.
No.
Hey, Chris, how's the Google iPhone answer
The Nexus
doing?
One.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's probably the strongest competitor to the iPhone right now.
And it's on what network?
That one is on T-Mobile. Well, it's on T-Mobile, which is sort of a problem for some people because T-Mobile is
not as powerful as AT&T, is it?
Well,
T-Mobile?
AT&T is a bigger network.
Yeah.
T-Mobile is a smaller, has a smaller network.
But can you get the Google phone on other networks if you pay extra?
I think you will be able to get it later on this year. You'll be able to get it on Verizon.
I got you.
And when that happens, and then there's still rumors that the iPhone might pop up on Verizon.
Yeah,
if that happens, all bets are off.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Can you imagine an iPhone where you can make calls?
If you got that many, then Verizon would explode. Eh?
It's funny. It's called the iPhone, and the phone is the least powerful thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine said, "Love the eye, hate the phone."
Yeah,
how true.
Yeah, I have several sons that have them, and whenever I call them, I can't hear a word they're saying.
I know.
So they just have to text me.
Yeah, I love mine. But the Google Nexus One is a great phone. It's only $179 with a T-Mobile contract, which is phenomenal. It's got a 5-megapixel camera. And you can zoom with the camera in addition to, all just thousands and thousands of apps that Android has, which is the operating system for the phone.
Any other gadgets aside from phones and televisions?
Yes. Well, everyone's flipping out. It's so amazing how Apple will change the game even just with rumors. Mm-hmm. A lot of companies were coming out with tablets now. Mm-hmm. Lenovo has basically a hybrid notebook, so it's a little laptop, and then the screen pulls off and then becomes a tablet. And and it runs on Linux, which is a great operating platform.
Right.
And it's only $9.99, which is not bad for a touch tablet laptop with a keyboard.
Chris Hardwick is our guest, and Chris is talking about some consumer electronic stuff from the consumer.
Yeah, that's probably why you heard the collective sound of all the vaginas in your audience.
All clicking away.
Now, Chris, on another note, you are, of course, a stand-up comedian.
That's true.
It looks like you're going to be on February 13th in Austin at La Zona Rosa.
Yes, Austin, Texas, La Zona Rosa, February 13th. I'm going to bring my buddy Mike Furman out. We're going to play some songs and do some stand-up, and it'll be a fun show.